Ready? What?
Naboda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira wabes. Kuya mi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihong kabi. Jawana bota ayu at tahonga chakanki dora. Kachiku ita hodonga. Topada bungwalya gando do nano chut. Musha papangpa, pola wana chikne. Pamuli slemo, poda wanga kun bes mulira rabes. Tiska du suki kuba na bona na gachu. Abtu inkotu. Topada bungwalya gando nago chuchut. Kabachi kuita hodonga. Yalamo inkapun. Jiloba mulira ni bobo. Wango kun bes kakang. Mamarulira. Kuyami juskuna chitanai. Ina kun mamarulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chihong kabi. Yatuka ulwan kinkuna bamurira. Rachikun. Mucha shampangpa.
I still haven't heard a final figure on how many people died on Terrace.
Naboda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes.
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick. Of course, I always have time for a pretty face. Any face. What do you need? I repaired the sand crawlers when they returned from the mines. They get pretty banged up, even without the attacks. The sand people attack them pretty regularly. Zerka Corporation is getting pretty sick of it, I hear. They've offered bounties on sand people for a while now. But few hunters take them up on it. Too dangerous. Try at the Zerka offices right here. They'd know. Oh, the big crawlers head out at dawn. That's so they avoid the bigger predators. The raid, I mean, doesn't help avoid the sand people, though. They attack pretty regular, no matter what Zerka Corporation tries. Well, it's a hole in the galaxy as far as I'm concerned. I doubt this outpost will last much longer. But that's happened before and will happen again. Anchorhead has been resettled a few times now. Well, Tatooine fools people. It looks like it might have a good supply of resources, but it doesn't. Before a company learns this, they've already set up communities to support operations they now can't afford. Company pulls out, cities dry up, and after a few years, someone that doesn't know why it failed tries again. No one is. I guess it looked like a promising mining planet, but the metal, I tell you, it just isn't right. I've been a mechanic my whole life. I've never seen anything corrode as fast as Tatooine metal. It's why whoever was here before left, and why Zerka will leave, and why whoever comes next will leave. All right then, back to work, I guess.
Naboda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Uba patu koji. Tong non bong chang yung yang. Tong patok smakdelia. Kuyabi juskuna jitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chihong kabi. Naboda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company? If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses. I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants. If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message. Very well, though I do have work to get back to. Of course. Zerka Corporation records are available at our representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please. For your needs here, we maintain a fully stocked storehouse. Speak with Greta Holda about any purchases. I'm sorry, but day-to-day operations of Zerka Corporation outposts are fully regionalized. I have no information on Kashyyyk. I'm sorry. I'll have to direct you to our representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please. Certainly. Please pose your questions to the representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please. Of course. I could just tell you now. No sense in being so secretive. It's all fairly obvious. Mining operations here have not been a success. The ore is substandard, and there's less of it than surveys indicated. With the Sand People raids on top of it all, it's no wonder this planet has been abandoned before. No one knows. There are odd energy fluctuations on this planet, but they defy analysis or explanation. But the effect is obvious. Ore taken from Tatooine is useless for construction. It degrades incredibly fast. Word is getting out about it, too. We're running out of buyers. Zerka Corporation is not doing well here. The company would be foolish to stay. It will be costly, but in the end, leaving will be cheaper than staying. I imagine all the heavy equipment will be abandoned. It's not worth shipping out things like sandcrawlers. Maybe the Jawas will find a use for them when we're gone. That's a laugh. We can't ignore evidence that Anchorhead was settled more than once before, and abandoned each time. There's probably a century between each attempt, just long enough for records about why it failed to disappear. The Jawas scavenge ancient tech all the time. It's a remote world. Who knows what's here? Very well, though I do have work to get back to. As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license. Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains. Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good. Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them. Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
Achua Pengki, Yun Patisa, Tijuba Jikutka Naga, Kingu Mwa Muliradwana, Kimba Nichalora Kun. Kakincha Nawabagaon, Bagwa Shank Kontimachit Chiwi Aita Katon Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chunamuri Ra, Tangi Wamajikona, Tonkipa Nonku Nek Abog. Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Chupornipo, Kun Muri Ra Snimo Poiwanga, Tangi Wamaji, Human Act in Inkatune. Jiwa aita kang kicha na jupornibo. Kun muliras nimo poiwangak tangi tuamaji human ak in ikatune Baba Hassan Shan. No ba mulira tilay kuka kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa siyang kontimachit Ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama ak ikotune. Jiwa aita kang kicha na jupornibo. Kun muliras nimo poiwangak tangi tuamaji human ak in ikatune. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi ikotune chuna mulira tangi tuamaji ko na. Tongkit pa nongkunek abog Baba Hassan Shan. No ba mulira tilay kuka. Kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa siyang kontimachit Jiwa aita kang kicha na jupornibo. Kun muliras nimo poiwangak tangi tuamaji human ak in ikatune. Kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa siyang kontimachit Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna mulira tangi tuamaji ko na. Tongkit pa nongkunek abog
Naboda ni winkis matoma. Wana kung bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non-kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. Naboda ni winkis matoma. Wana kung bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non-kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. Jawana bota ayuat tahonga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bungwalya gando do nano tuju. Musha papangpa. Bola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo boda wanga kumpes mulira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kumpes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non-kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kumpes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non-kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kumpes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non-kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kumpes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non-kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kumpes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non-kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jitanay. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Hindi hadong da chikong kabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kumpes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non-kek. Tuk ninja mira rabes.
No more supplies have been ordered for the Zerka outposts on Kashyyyk. Doesn't sound like economic restructuring to me.
Tong abong siya ninang wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idatwana. Kapamod pamuji mana?
우진이 정탈원한지 말이다마 인구도 개토이 여걸 안 공기죠 오금이를 쪼가 줬구나 꾸마가 불사
I don't know who founded Anchorhead the first time, but I know why they left.
Mujushak pakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
There's not enough jobs here for permanent citizens, let alone use spacer drop-ins.
Huh?
What can I do?
오금이를 쪼가 줬구나 꾸마가 불사
If you were looking for your fortune, you picked the wrong planet.
나보다 니wen kismak toma. Wana kun bes jinpama rulira. Tom jinbang mokke. Yatuka ulwan kinkun naba murira. Rachikun.
Jedabado wana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya.
So, Bastila, I heard a rumor that the Vulkars captured you without much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances, and I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulkars to subdue me.
Whatever you say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Bastila fighting against us in the Mandalorian Wars, my side might not have lost.
Bold talk from a broken-down mercenary who was serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet cat-hound. But they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
Insults? Maybe if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulkars, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but... No, I must not do this. There is no emotion. There is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian. I won't rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47. A fully functional SciTech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query: would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership. Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me. Statement. Indeed, it is possible that the Ithorian placed the restraining bolt on me to prevent my return to a previous owner. It is also possible that the removal of the bolt will not restore memory functions. Without my memory, I do not know if I know the answer. Do not interpret this as a reduction of my worth, however. My capabilities are quite expansive. Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so. Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well. Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid. Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere. Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere. Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining. Statement. I wish only to be purchased and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you should you purchase me, please.
Shelfa, Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Puntas, Ufa, Puntas da Shelfa, Ufa del Chief, Colo Luzda, Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Puntas da Shelfa, Ufa del Chief, Colo Luzda.
And if the unit proves even more uncooperative once we purchase it?
Puntas, Ufa del Chief, Puntas da Shelfa. Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Puntas da Shelfa, Ufa del Chief, Colo Luzda. Ufadan Gelfa, Oisidan Gelfa. Uden Tuflag Fandigo Gelfa, Oisidan Gelfa, Vadinuga Gelfa. Puntas da Shelfa, Ufa del Chief, Colo Luzda, Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Puntas da Shelfa, Ufa del Chief, Colo Luzda, Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Puntas, Ufa del Chief, Puntas da Shelfa. Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Puntas, Ufa del Chief, Puntas da Shelfa. Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Antibian Boluvio. Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Ufadan Gelfa, Oisidan Gelfa. Uden Tuflag Fandigo Gelfa, Oisidan Gelfa, Vadinuga Gelfa. Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master. Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Abuelda, Colo Luz, Ivan Nebut, Ikel y Rimos. Puntas da Shelfa, Ufa del Chief, Colo Luzda.
Objection. Worn out? Listen, you talentless organic meatbag. One word from my master and I will pull you apart, limb from useless limb.
Puntas da Shelfa, Ufa del Chief, Colo Luzda.
I have always been hostile. Now that I need no longer rely on you and your primitive maintenance skills, I do not need to hide it.
Abuelda, Kolodus Ivan Rebu Ikel Irimo. Puhtasta sieltä. Puhtakel Chief. Kolodus taas. Apuilta. Kolodus Ivan Rebu Ikel Irimo.
Acknowledgement! Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meatbags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address. Retraction. Did I say that out loud? I apologize, Master. While you are a meatbag, I suppose I should not call you such. Explanation. It's just that you have all these squishy parts, Master. And all that water. How the constant sloshing doesn't drive you mad, I have no idea. Statement. Now do you understand the travails of my existence, Master? Surely it does not compare to your existence, but still. Commentary. As do I. It is our lot in life, I suppose, Master. Shall we find something to kill to cheer ourselves up? Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all. Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true. Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Athorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master? Answer. There have been numerous repairs and tampering made to my system, Master. Several systems are not operating as they should be. The fact that my memory is incomplete may be due to meatbag incompetence, or something else I am unaware of. Answer. I believe I have been damaged several times in the past, Master. I've always been repaired, but perhaps full functionality has not been restored. Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however. Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so. Conjecture. There may be hidden programming that awaits certain conditions to reactivate my memory core, Master, but there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay. Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities, or some such. Appeasement. Yes, Master. Of course, Master. Could we begin? Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it? Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SciTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties. Explanation. That previous owner is part of memories that are still deleted, Master. It is customary for droids' memories to be wiped when it is sold. Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown. Affirmative, Master, though I had not been programmed to do so. The human's termination was accidental. Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination protocol. He was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product that would ruin him personally. He was most agitated. He activated my assassination protocol and instructed me to kill all those responsible for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order. Information. This HK-47 unit is complete with protocol that, when invoked, will set me to independently carry out a termination. I will go to whatever lengths, travel whatever distances are required to complete the termination. This is the reason for my combat skills. Advisement. Unfortunately, the assassination protocol is currently non-functional. You will not be able to activate it. Answer. Several of my actuators were damaged by my former owner. They cannot be repaired, Master, sad though that is. My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of SciTech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers. Statement. It was nothing really, Master. The majority of them were not even expecting it, and I moved very quickly. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of SciTech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me. Objection? Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect. Observation. Effectively, yes. This is a most pleasing memory, Master. Thank you for recovering it. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, SciTech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning. Statement. How could they? The vast majority of the officers had already been terminated. They likely assumed I was mere chattel. Assessment. I do not believe so, Master. It would require complete dismantlement of my chassis, a most involved procedure. Statement. That hurts, Master. This is my life you are talking about. I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now. But as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing. Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have recovered information on my owner previous to the commercial officer, Master. Intriguing. Statement. It appears that my previous owner was a human senator on the planet Coruscant. A man of importance who obviously appreciated quality craftsmanship. Answer. It does not seem so, Master. No. He required a protocol droid only and wanted one as cheaply as possible. I do not know who sold me to him. I do remember that I was very pleased to be the property of a senator. One of his assistants discovered my assassination functions later through questioning. The assistant was quite alarmed and told the senator I should be scrapped quickly to avoid a scandal. Naturally, the senator had me eliminate the fool. Observation. Senators are not nice, Master. They are either on top of the game or yesterday's news. My master told me that frequently, you see. I was most proud to have partaken in the political system of the galaxy. During the time my owner possessed me, he gained significant rank. Given time, I believe he could have become Chancellor. I even eliminated a few key opponents that he did not ask for. Freebies, if you will. Answer. There are a lot of politicians on Coruscant, Master. I could spend decades slaughtering them and still not make a dent. And it is not as if I walked into the Senate chambers with a carbonite explosive. I was very discreet. My best work to date that I can remember. Observation. I think he would have done far better had he not allowed his use of me to become personal. He set me on his wife. Answer. I am unsure. The human was most agitated and angry. I believe his wife had done something that had displeased him greatly. I was to go to their summer estate and terminate his wife, along with whatever male companion I discovered there. Statement. I have no idea, Master. Cheating seems to be a relevant term only when one is caught in the act. Otherwise, it is viewed as intelligence. No? I journeyed to the southern continent, but it appeared my master was not far behind me. Apparently, he regretted his activation of the protocol. When I found the wife and her companion, I proceeded to launch my attack, but my master interposed his own body and was destroyed. It was rather a strange meatbag thing to do you not agree? Naturally, I shut myself down, my master being terminated. Observation. I find that unlikely. Perhaps he was more concerned that the death of his wife would be more likely traced back to him. Statement. I believe the senator's wife was unsure what I was or what to do with me. It was she who sold me to the corporate officer, an acquaintance. Observation. Only so far, Master. There are still more memories not recovered, remember? Answer. As previously, I have found a few more programs which will enhance my performance. A most gratifying discovery, in fact. There is still nothing from previous memories uncovered. You will have to operate again if you desire to find them. With luck, I will discover the stimulus to unlock my core, and all this will be unnecessary. I do thank you for the attempt, however, Master. Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Statement. As you wish, Master. You are already familiar with accessing my central control cluster, correct? Now you will need to... And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have accessed information on my owner prior to the Senator, Master. Most unexpected. Answer. It appears that previous to my ownership by the Senator, I was the property of one Bochaba the Hutt on the planet Slaheron. Answer. It does not appear so, or at least Bochaba was not my first owner. He purchased me from somewhere else. My memories tell me that, for a time, Bochaba was one of the most feared gangsters on Slaheron. I helped him with this reputation greatly. Over a span of 1 year, I terminated a grand total of 322 sentient meatbags. These contracts made Bochaba very wealthy. Statement. Should I, Master? I had no reason to terminate those targets. It was not my decision. I am the weapon, not the wielder. Answer. That is correct, Master. I do enjoy my work, though my past owners have enjoyed utilizing my functions far more. Strictly speaking, one meatbag is the same as another. Anything I do is in support of my master. It was unfortunate but inevitable that eventually Bochaba would overstep his bounds. I had just cleared 2 Hutt households when the exchange retaliated. Statement. I was not even present when my old master was assassinated. I did appreciate the artistry behind his demise upon my return, however. Observation. According to your own meatbag values, was my master not a heartless gangster and murderer? I will mourn you when you perish, Master. Amendment. If you perish. So far, I am 3 out of 3, remember, through little fault of my own. At any rate, I quickly shut down upon my master's death. The rival hut claimed me along with my master's other possessions. Observation. If that hut had only known my true function, he surely would not have sold me to a senator he bribed regularly. Observation. It would have suited my character, Master. I have enjoyed my existence since, more or less, so I do not miss it. Observation. No doubt, Master. It would have been a glorious battle to end my existence with. I would prefer that to rusting on a junk heap. Answer. Negative, Master. There is still more memory that can be restored, however, if you wish to try. As well, I believe I can restore several programs the hut installed to improve my performance. Yes, they are now active, contemplative. I wonder how many more dead masters I might have out there. A droid can live for a long time, you know. Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Statement. As you wish, Master. You are already familiar with accessing my central control cluster, correct? Now you will need to... And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have recovered the last of my deleted memory, Master. Unfortunately, my history is still not complete. Answer. As I did inform you, Master, the majority of my memory is still locked within my core. That can only be accessed by the appropriate stimuli, and I have no idea what that stimuli might be, unfortunately. Sadly, it seems my true origins will always be a mystery. Query. Wouldn't you be, Master? Here I am, surrounded by all these meat bags, and all I desire is true perfection. Surely there are more droids like me out there. Or is that too much to hope? Objection. Oh, fine. Laugh at me, Master. Humiliate your pet droid. Go ahead. Observation. If it was, Master, your restorations will certainly have ensured that the proper stimulus restores my core's functions. Sadly, that could have already happened and we missed it, and my core was too damaged to activate. Oh, woe is me. Correction. That would actually be my first owner, Master. The first I can remember. I had completed an assassination in Mandalorian space, though I have no knowledge of what my target was or who sent me. Regardless, my motor function had been damaged, and I could not return to wherever I had been sent from. A Mandalorian soldier claimed me as booty, I believe. He repaired me, poorly I might add, and proceeded to use my assassination protocol to raise his rank. Query. Do you not have enemies that you would desire eliminated, Master? If my protocol still worked, would you not use it? Statement. If you say so, Master. At any rate, it seems that my Mandalorian owner finally decided to send me against Mandalore himself. My poorest performance, sadly. Answer. I was captured by this Mandalore during the attempt. He was able to reverse my programming and send me after my own master. It was quite distressing. distressing. There was little I could do. Needless to say, I dispatched the Mandalorian soldier efficiently. Once I deactivated, I believe I eventually ended up on the black market and was sold to the Hutt on Slaheron. My darkest day. Objection. That is so unfair, Master. Have I not brought you a great deal of satisfaction? Statement. You are a very harsh master, Master. I like you. Statement. With all due respect, Master, he is the leader of the Mandalorians. Perhaps my old master was foolish to send me after him. Statement. So I did. I am not very proud of that, Master. The soldier seemed very startled, I must say. Answer. There are a few Mandalorian implants that I can activate now. They will improve my performance. Beyond that, Master, there is nothing more I can relate to you. With luck, we will discover the stimulus to unlock my core very soon. Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Negatory. I believe that there are no further deleted memories which can be safely retrieved, Master. All earlier memories reside in my core. Those are protected by my safeguards and would be far too dangerous to access. The only way those memories could be obtained is through the proper stimulus, whatever that might be. I am sorry, Master.
How can I help? Tatooine is a dry planet that has not been inhabited long and has little law. This town of Anchorhead may be its only settlement. Beyond that, there is little else I can tell you. Then I suggest we move on.
Ben? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother, but don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Consular. It is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way? Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for Krayt dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a Krayt dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition, nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron. An ignoble end to a fine man. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Well, a fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furco Nellis. My vice is Pizak. Ah, I'm sure you do, but I won't have answers. I leave other people to their business, and they leave me to mine. Really, you'll have to seek information elsewhere, but if you want some recreation, I've cards ready to play. Must I? An opinion would draw attention to myself. The Sith have shown what happens to things that draw their attention. All right, but remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening. Come back if you like a game.
Translation. Doubtful. The Jawa language is structured in an odd manner. You are lucky to understand what you do.
It's not that hard to understand if you listen. It's just odd.
Query. Is the miniature organic implying falsehood? Shall I blast it, Master?
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like. I was back on Taris. It seems like a long time. I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm just an old swoop jock that doesn't have the head for it anymore. Ask me again in a few years and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on the circuit. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. Well, you should try the locals. Jawas, maybe. Funny little guy. Down here. Ah, something I know. Well, something I used to know. My racing days are behind me. Gandalf is the name. Best place to race is wherever the track treats you sweet and your times are golden. It's that simple. You get hung up on any one track and he'll end up like me. My favorite stop was Taris. Always looked forward to going back. Now, I don't want to touch my bike at all. Maybe I wasn't in the winner's circle lately, but I still race for sport, you know? Oh, I don't want to get into that, miss. Let's just say that there was always someone at trackside rooting for me. That doesn't matter now. You can't ask for more certain closure than the whole planet being gone. Poof, boom, gone. Oh, well, past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young. It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after a year. They get dangerous and don't live long. That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit, but dying while you're on top is still dying. I'll pass. I don't really talk to any of them. I know Zaris from the circuit, and we couldn't ask for a tougher lady. She's smart, too. I don't know the younger guys, but I've been watching Nico. Good to see someone doing it for the love of the race. I don't know, but some people just have something that lets the bite take them. It's like the air stops pushing back. That's an old track tale, you know, when the wind decides to stop fighting. I used to have that. Not anymore. All right, then. Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Something you want, Spacer? Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. I don't want to hear it. Seems like every other person I meet is complaining about something. Well, it's not going to get better, so leave me alone. I don't really have any interest in helping you. Will this be quick? Like I said before, I don't much care what you think. I'll be on the street if business keeps dropping, and it will. All right then, make it quick. Nobody we've brought, that's for sure. Our expert said this rock was supposed to have mining potential to last for years. Nothing but garbage ore, good for nothing. You ever try to sell someone garbage? My name's Mud in 3 systems now. Good. I have a lack of business to attend to.
I've enough to worry about with my mining quotas. I don't have time for you. Should have been a raid hunter. I hate this uniform. Go to the Zerka offices if you want a job. I'm off duty.
Huh? Who are you then? The only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum. I suppose you're fishing for a reaction to the destruction of Taurus. That's all anyone from off-world is talking about. Well, I'll tell you, it's about time someone kicked the Republic in the tail and got things moving. I guess the Sith are the ones that do it. Don't get me wrong, all those deaths were horrible. But war gets the money moving. Maybe they'll decide to fortify us out here. No. Just no. I don't look for trouble. You'll have to talk to people yourself if you want more than that. If you don't mind. All right, then. Just keep it brief, will you? I got customers. What, did some Zerka promoter tell you to come to this planet? I pity you if you were expecting a prosperous mining outpost. Nothing here but sand and more sand. There's a little hunting and racing, but nothing that'll make a small man rich. I don't deal with any of that. Mott of the Hut has a lock on everything race-related on Tatooine. You deal with him, or you don't race. You got a license there, don't you? Faz's Lodge will be open to you now. Nothing more I can tell you about hunting that his lot won't. And since you got that license from Zerka, you know they look for bounties of their own. They're the ones with credits to pay and interest to protect. All right, then. Just keep it brief, will you? I got customers. Zerka Corporation only worries about keeping their own stores full. I don't have much on hand.
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. We have more important things to do. Still, my father is dead. Just because we find the holocron doesn't mean I have to give it to her. Father recorded all his personal thoughts in that holocron, even when I knew him. Having it would be like having him with you. I don't see why she deserves it, however. She drove him to his death. I loved him, and I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye. I don't know. Part of me would keep it just so she didn't get it. I don't like that part of me. I would have thought my Jedi training would have put me past this kind of pettiness. I wish it... I really don't want to think about this. Please, let's just keep going.
Chagagba is this chikratuk nekbajawa tawish yokalaan wankichu.
Statement. It is doubtful he can be clearer. Their language is difficult even for droids. He is using a trade language to try and help. Translation. 98% probability that members of the miniature organics tribe are being held by Sand People, Master. Doubtless, he wishes assistance. Translation. 2% probability that the miniature organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part, Master. Warning. More likely, the deceiving little organic hopes to trick you into going there so you release his people while searching, Master. His small stature has nothing to do with it, droid.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization. Zerka Corporation does not want the complications or expense that come with people wandering the dunes. It's too dangerous. Running this installation is difficult enough without fools wandering around getting themselves killed by Sand People. You know, I agree with you, but Zerka Corporation just doesn't want the headache. Besides, I couldn't let you pass if I wanted to. The gate lock needs to be swiped with your authorization. Sorry. Only one place, and it means dangerous work. Go to the Zerka office for a hunting license. They sell them for Faz's Lodge. Faz's is north of the Zerka office. You'll need a hunting license to deal with him. He'll just send you to the Zerka office to get one. The Zerka Corporation office is in the center of Anchorhead. The protocol officer will sell you one. She might offer you other work, too. I want to let you pass. I really do. But I can't. You can't imagine how sorry I am. It's just that And I'm sick about this. I have to swipe the gate lock with your authorization. I haven't got a choice. See the Zerka office for authorization. No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization. Well, let's see it. Come on. All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.